I lived in the Dauphiné for 12 years. Officially, it doesn't exist. And now they're scrapping the last race that carried its name. Which makes me wonder, if the Dauphiné can go, could they ever rename the Tour de France? If you want the version of the Tour you don't get from the commentary box, the view from someone who actually lives here, subscribe. From 2026, the Critérium du Dauphiné is gone. It's the Tour Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes now. The region pays the bills, the region wants the tourists, and the route outgrew the old Dauphiné years ago. It's the same move that turned Paris-Roubaix into Paris-Roubaix Haute de France. Geographically, you can't argue with it. That's the problem. It's a tourist board's name. Correct, modern, and dead behind the eyes. Dauphiné meant nothing and everything. Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes means exactly what it says and not one thing more. And the part that gets me, the 2026 race started near Grenoble, capital of the old Dauphiné. The very week they bury the name, they roll it out through the one city that actually was the Dauphiné. You couldn't write it. Am I going to win this argument? No, I'll forget the memo and call it the Dauphiné for years anyway. Same as every other French club rider. The name dies on the start sheet and lives on in the bar. On its own, it's a small local shift until you notice who's making the call. The people who just buried the Dauphiné also hold the keys to the biggest race in the world. That should worry you more than it does, because everyone still agrees the Tour de France could never be renamed. Too sacred, too historic, too French. Except one already is. There's a Tour de France with a sponsor's name bolted into the title. The Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. A software company written straight into the name of the race. And last year they quietly renewed that deal through to 2029. Nobody rioted. Twice in 1 year, the same people have shown you exactly how much sentiment weighs against a check. And before you say they'd never do that to the men's race, they already are, piece by piece. The Tour is sold every July. Every Grand Depart is bought. Every town pays a fee to host. The whole thing started as a newspaper stunt to sell copies. Commercial from the very first pedal stroke. The purity people are defending was never there. So what actually protects the name? Not principle, money. The men's tour is so big that no company on earth has enough to buy these 3 words. You don't slap a logo on the name that's already the product. The women's race can carry a sponsor because it's young enough to take one. The men's race can't. Yet. So could they rename the Tour de France? Yes, easily. The only reason it still just says Tour de France is that for now, these 3 words are worth more than the money. For now, which leaves one genuinely fun question. If that day ever comes, what on earth would you call it? I've got a short list. I suspect you do too. Let me know in the comments below.